Today's video is a pattern review of the Love Notions Rhapsody pattern, and I'm reviewing the dress pattern in collaboration with two other vloggers, and if you're interested, please stay tuned. Hi lovely people, welcome to my channel. Josie here, and this is Josie. I'm glad to have you back again, and I would like to welcome in a special way all my new subscribers. If you have come join the family over here, and we're about to make 1,000 subscribers. We have about less than 20 to go. So if you're watching and before you go on and you don't subscribe to my channel, I think this will be the best time to subscribe. And also today's video is a collaboration with two other vloggers. That's Crystal from Crystalsewsandstuff and Keira from the Islandsewcialist. And this is a collaboration. We are reviewing the same exact pattern. So I'd like to request you that after you watch this video, at the end, after you watch this one, you could go ahead and watch their videos too. I will attach the links to their videos in the description box below. The pattern we're going to review, as you've read from the title, is the Love Notions Rhapsody dress and top pattern. So if you're joining me here from Crystal and Keira's channel, you're welcome. Feel at home. If you've been on my channel for a while, you probably know that I'm a pattern tester for Love Notions, and I think I started pattern testing for them for over 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago. And I've been also an affiliate with Love Notions, but recently I was asked to join their team as an ambassador. And also these two other ladies I'm reviewing this pattern with have also recently joined the ambassadors team, so we thought we could have a collaboration together reviewing one of the Love Notions pattern, represent Love Notions patterns, and yeah, we are part of the team really. And also what that means that every time I share a link of a Love Notions pattern and someone purchases it through the link, I get a commission, a small commission at no extra cost to you, and that only helps support this channel and keep us going with producing content that we continue putting onto the channel. But you're under no obligation to use the link. If you'd rather still go buy the patterns you fancy straight from their site, it's all fine by me. And in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Love Notions Rhapsody dress. And if this pattern has been an old pattern of theirs, but at the moment Love Notions reviewing old patterns, increasing the size ranges of all their patterns, using also their new blocks, and it runs from size extra small to 5XL, which gives a lot of room. And a bonus with Love Notions patterns, all of them come with full bust adjustment pieces. That's for people who have their cup sizes above C, D. If you're D and on, you're most likely to need a full bust adjustment. That only means a full bust adjustment, the difference between your full bust and your under bust. If you take the difference in between there, if it falls within a particular range, you fall under a particular cup size. I won't take you into the details, but with that it helps you be able to get pattern pieces that accommodate for you without going through the full bust adjustment process, which is quite hectic. I think sometimes we can only do so many adjustments. And this is my take on this pattern. The Rhapsody pattern was previously drafted for a blouse, and this particular blouse features 9 sleeve options. Yes, 9 sleeve options. It comes with a sleeveless. You had an option of a sleeveless, cup sleeves. This is what I went for. I know they come off like short sleeves, but these are cup sleeves. Then it has short sleeves, then flatter sleeves. What was also called butterfly sleeves. Then it also features 3/4 length cuff sleeves, and of course 3/4 length with flare, and then 3/4 length bishop sleeves, trumpet sleeves, and a full length bishop sleeve. I'll try to attach a picture of the features here. And it's recently that they decided to include a dress option, so it gives you much versatility. The dress option comes with an elasticated waistband. I'll show you a clip. what it looks like. It comes over with an elastic that holds it into place. And this dress comes with a few features. I could say it's not your beginner friendly dress because I've been shaken a little bit while I made this dress. It's not hard to sew, but because it's recommended for drapey fabrics, so you have to have a stable hand when you're sewing, but mostly when you're attaching the bias binding. If I could show you the bias binding over here. And for long, I've handled doing everything I've had to do without bias tape maker. I once had one, but for the life of me, I don't know where it went to. So I was ready to make the dress and get it all ready. Then I realized I needed to make bias tape with the same exact fabric. I'd gone ahead and bought bias binding because I'm used to using that, but it wouldn't have sat right having plain blue, navy blue bias tape over here. So I knew I needed to make my own. And you just can't make proper bias binding, which you're going to attach onto the seam and still leave it visible, without a bias tape maker. So I had to order one on Amazon, and I had to sit with the dress halfway done waiting for the Amazon guy to deliver it, which he did today. Managed to record it, and here you are, because I was running out of time. So that's the only aspect of the dress, because you also have to go ahead and make the ties. And so the bias tape is sewn over the V. I went ahead and stitched it down to just give it a V. I attached the bias tape. So it's something you'll have to do. I needed to do very carefully. However, when I got the bias tape maker set, it came with the bias hem foot. I tried to use it, but I couldn't conquer that. I've attached it. I will attach a bonus clip of how I made the bias tape. Really, I'm not going to take you through all the details. I could cut out strips, but how the whole process of using the bias tape maker. And also I used the viscose crepe fabric, which wasn't your most stable fabrics to use. However, the pattern is recommended for drapey fabric, so you can have a good drape around the waistline, and also for the dress to be able to flow nicely, seamlessly on your body. So it's recommended for drapey fabrics, and most of those are the likes of the chiffons, the georgettes, cotton lawn. I had a cotton lawn, but still it wasn't as drapey as I would have wanted it. So I went for this, which is a viscose crepe. I know you can't really say crepe per se, but it's different from the smooth viscose, and I was skeptical about the smooth viscose because they've got tendencies to let thread run when you're sewing, but I was told to use a brand new needle. With that, it wouldn't pucker into the thread and stretch it out. I don't know whether you've had such an experience with viscose. So I decided to make it out of this, which is drapey enough, but it wasn't the easiest to sew up with to make the bias tape. So I ended up having to use some spray starch in the bias tape and ironed it through. I'll just add a little clip. I thought I would record a clip for you of using the bias. It's called the bias tape binder foot. I tried. It didn't agree, so I had to carefully attach the bias tape onto the dress using pins, which came out right, and I had to lower my sewing machine to the lowest setting to be able to sew through it. And I like how it has come up together. And another feature, this dress I'll show you here, I'll probably show you in the picture, it has a curved hem, which comes off nice, which is a flattering part of the dress, that curved hem. It's also a similar feature on the blouses. And I decided to use it up. However, if I hadn't made the adjustments I had made, it should come below my knees, just below my knees, and it was coming off quite long. It wasn't the length I was going for. However, this dress is straightforward, depending on what you're interested in. If you would rather have more drape around your waistline, you could do it leaving a lot of it. I tried to get out much of it, but not completely, because still with an elongated waistband I needed something more. So I made the few adjustments I made in this dress. I made a sway back adjustment. If you've been on my channel, I think you'll hear that word in every pattern review I make. I made a sway back adjustment to the back pieces of the dress, and then on sewing the bodice and the skirt pieces together, they actually fit perfectly around. So when I did that, I tried on the dress before inserting the elastic and also making the elastic casing. Realized it was coming off quite low over around here on my waistline, and I knew it wasn't the look I was going for, because I knew if I put in the elastic I would have a lot draping over. So I went ahead before attaching the elastic and took out an extra 2 inches, and when I did that, it ended up coming straight, lying around my waistline, which is a good fit that I was going out for. So dependent on which adjustments you make for your body, you know the individual adjustments you make. Because I know I have got a short torso, so most times I need to shorten the body pieces of most patterns, and I know most times if the pattern is not long enough, I need to lengthen it for my thigh bone, which is now where most of my length lies. So I'm taller around the thigh bone and shorter in the torso. So most adjustments I make to shorten the bodies, and most times I need to lengthen the skirt, but I didn't need to lengthen this particular one because it comes out quite long enough, which is perfect. And in all honesty, I've never needed to lengthen any of the Love Notions patterns. I think they're drafted for a person who is taller than me. The blocks are for a 5'5" model, and I'm 5'4", so it's always perfect. I never need to adjust anything, which is a bonus to me. And those are the adjustments I needed to make, and probably a few features of this pattern, which still don't make it a beginner friendly one. It comes with a few pleats here, which are easy to do. However, this part of the sleeve where the pleats are covered is 2 layered. It has a lining. The back yoke has a lining, and the back yoke comes up to the back over here, if you can see. So it was attached. Then also there's a pleat here. The pleat gives more room for wear, since this dress doesn't have closures or zips apart from the opening at the front, which is not big enough, so you need more wiggle room. This accommodates for more wear. However, this yoke, which runs from the back to the very front, is made with 2 layers, and a burrito method was used to enclose these through, and also the back piece, bodice piece. However, it's an easy process to do because the patterns come with video tutorials on how to handle that. The only tricky thing that took most of my time and I had to be extra careful with was attaching the bias tape. And I could say I'm really happy with how this dress has turned out. I'm going to attach a few pictures of this dress. I've managed to take a few pictures of it, and I actually like how it has turned out. I made all the adjustments I need, but I know very soon I'll be making many of the blouses, because with the 9 sleeve options, you're sure to find something that works for you. And hope you'll enjoy what Keira and Crystal have come up with. They've come up with all different take to the same pattern, and it's an interesting collaboration that I was happy to be a part of. Hope you go over to their channels and also watch their videos. I could say I love this pattern. Apart from the few adjustments I needed to make, we can all agree on one thing: rarely get a pattern fitting perfectly well straight from the envelope. So we still know that as individually there are those adjustments we need to make on our own. For me, it's always shortening the bodices and lengthening some patterns, but there are those that I know I don't need to lengthen, probably I need to shorten. So with all those are adjustments you make, and that's why I think we all make it well, to find out how best to get the pattern work for you. Because if you don't try the fitting, you can easily discard a pattern thinking that it doesn't work for you. But I think when you go into the nitty-gritty of alterations and figuring out what you need to do, you end up coming out with a dress that suits you. I'm going to attach a clip of me in this dress, and I'm also going to attach a bonus clip of my adventure with making bias tape. It will be a brief one. I'd already cut out the strips, just feeding them through the bias tape maker, which is an interesting thing to learn. And once you learn it, you can make a lot of colorful bias tape from your leftover fabric. In the middle of making a dress that needed some bias binding that's similar to the actual dress I'm making, I thought I would cheat by buying some store-bought bias tape, but the dress requires a tie at the front. So in so doing, I needed to make my own bias tape. I know I once owned one of these things. I think I owned the yellow one, but for the life of me, I couldn't find it anywhere around my house, and for the longest time, about a few years. So I decided to order this off Amazon Prime yesterday, because I need the dress ready by today. So this came in the mail, and while I ordered for this particular one, it also comes with a bias tape hem tape foot. Hopefully it will be good, and I hope to record a tutorial on how to use it along the way. And I'm going to make some bias tape. I went ahead, I cut up some strips of bias tape yesterday while I waited, sew them together, and this flat. And I'm guessing I'll need to use this size. I don't remember which size of the strips they need to be in the tutorial, but I decided to go the bigger size. This is 18 millimeters. This is what I will use. I think it's wide enough to give me a good strip, and it will be a double folded bias tape. So I've got these 2 strips I'm going to use, and hope I can show you how I iron them out and probably show you how I sew them onto the fabric. The fabric I'm using is a viscose crepe. I don't know if you can see the texture in the camera. It's a viscose crepe, so it's not as sturdy. I sprayed it a bit with some starch yesterday, but I'll go ahead and give it more starch because I want it to behave while I'm making the tape. So I'll go ahead and I'm just using some starch. I'm using this spray starch I've had around, which I don't use much. I've had it for 2 years, but I'll use it. I'm not going to eat it. I'm doing this because I want the strips to, the bias tape to be crisp, because most times, most bias tape is made with quilting cotton, which can be more crisp than viscose. We can all agree on that. I don't know whether it's a good idea to spray it over this cloth, because it will also get crispy. Shall go ahead and iron a bias tape. People prefer using a dry iron. It has some water, but I'll try to control myself and not use the steam. Just use the dry iron itself. The steam. They're quite so wet. I think I went overboard with the spray starch. Yep, we shall go ahead and make some bias tape, and it comes with also this little gadget that helps point it through. And let's see whether it works. Want this sharper than it is. Okay, I'll push it through. Actually, it helps to spray some starch on it, so it's easy to guide through. I'm doing everything right, keeping this to the sides. Yep. Shall go ahead and iron out bias tape, but we have to go much slower than you would normally do when you're ironing. Forget and use the steam. Oops, it's burning a bit. Yeah, it's starting to make our bias tape. But don't get so excited quickly. I did tell you I cut my strips at 1 inch and 3/4, and that should be sufficient for this size, which is giving me which is 18 millimeters. Okay, that's it with my pattern review of the Love Notions patterns, and please, thank you for coming. If you've come from Crystal and Keira's channel, thank you very much for joining me here. And if you're watching this video because you're subscribed to my channel, please take off some time and watch their videos too. I'll make sure I attach links to their YouTube videos of the same review, so you could go watch them and show them some love. And we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. Please, if you've come this far and you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. That will make me so happy, and I love the happy does. Probably next time I come up with a video, I'll be discussing my giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers. It has been a long journey coming, but I'm glad that we've come close to it, which is an exciting bit. And thank you for supporting me, and for my old subscribers, thank you for hanging around and pushing me on and keeping me going. And please like the video, comment, let me know, is this a pattern you would want to try? It comes with many blouses you can make, sleeveless, short sleeve, and it's your pattern, your perfect pattern for your summer mix. Thank you for watching. Until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye.